yeah, so anyway, it turns out like wherever Nick had like set up to put the files or whatever was the wrong spot. So we have to restart the process. So yeah, that's the thing that's going on today. It should be paused and shit, shouldn't be affecting me and stuff, but still. I'm gonna put, obviously these heaters and crap aren't doing jack shit in here. So I'm gonna chuck like a bunch of fireplaces in these rooms and hope that it gets warm enough for my crops, because my crops are obviously not going to survive that. That room needs a heater. These are still freezing. Unfortunately, the power on this grid is just apparently not enough. If I get into uni, I make Utopia. If I don't, tyranny. I didn't read that word right the first time, but I got it. I feel sorry for the people on like the outer sides here. Also the hospitals, I can't really make. I could make warmer, but I'm not going to. I've got fireplaces up in here, but it's not getting warmer and stuff. How many colonists do I have? I've got 281 and 2 prisoners or something, I think. Hold on. No, 282 and 2 prisoners, sorry. Also welcome in to Shania. Are you? Every hospital ever been to has been freezing set trucks, right? I know, right? Like, they've got 2 fireplaces in it, not this one. This one doesn't get used as much. Takuma's in it, but still. I can't really do much for my other grow rooms, but I can at least try for, like, these grow rooms here. If they're gonna be this cold, I don't think I can build on that marshy shit. But I can shove, like, an extra fireplace in here. I just gotta try to keep it warm because it's, like, minus 14. I'm so glad I ripped all the fucking heaters up to being, what the fucking temperature did I put them on? I put them on, like, 60. Give or take. So, yeah. I also did say I had a pretty big colony, which is why when I did the Rim Connect, I only stepped it down to, like, 50 colonists. Because I didn't think I could go from like 280 odd down to like 3 and actually like be useful with it. Like off the bat. Like you can't just like, you can't go from like such a huge number down to 0 and I don't know, still have a coherent run. But yeah, the nice thing at least about this is everybody has their own fucking skills and shit, so I don't have to do much. I don't have to tell people to do stuff, which is nice. You lot, where's your extra person in the caravan? China. Alright. He's on his way out. Once they get outside, we'll be off. Is one of your colonists named Huntsman by any chance? Yeah, I've got a Huntsman in my colony. Also, during Rim Connect, Blue Jay ended up walking in. Old man Blue Jay walked into one of the colonies too, by the way. I don't know if you got to see that part. But yeah, I've got Huntsman, I've got Human, I've got Pigeon, Alligator, Toad. I've got a whole slew of animals. I've got 2 kangaroos. One of them's married to Grim. It's my best mate. What else have I got in here that's kind of interesting? I've got a couple of cats. Kit Kats. Yeah, I don't know. I got a couple of like fucking same names. Like we had like 3 snakes at one point and 2 falcons and multiple chimpanzees and all sorts of things. It makes it really hard. All my plants are starting to die. We're going to start hearing that a whole heap. That's fine. We're in the middle of a cold snap, which is not ideal. The name of the video is Send Me Your Dead Huntsman Pics, Lamel. Was it? The name of the video is Send Me Your Dead Huntsman Pics. I mean, I didn't. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think I'd like keep a record of like dead things. Read the message above that. This YouTube video about everything this guy has Huntsman's in his colony. The guy, was it? The guy ruins everything. Oh no, I have Tofu typically for that. Tofu is my guy that's like always, depending on the colony, he's a dipshit. And also we've had a lot of like freezing tonight and stuff pre 1.6, so don't know what that's about specifically, but it doesn't usually freeze for anybody that's new, and it normally is like, I don't know, everybody moves around at the pace they move around at, but we don't normally get it where the game is like actually looking like it might crash. And I think it's because I loaded in unstable and tested a bunch of things and then brought it back to 1.5, and I think it's having a stroke about it. So yeah, but we can kind of look forward to that bullshit anyway when it updates, probably. I'm gonna lose all of my crops at this rate, inside and outside, because I can't keep it warm enough. We had it that it was warm enough, but like there's -1, this is -14. Like, holy shit. The other thing too is that my power grid on the bottom half of the map is just not strong enough and stuff to support more of this. I tuck one down in that corner. Yeah. We had... Oh, that's right. I started uninstalling my turrets, and I took out some of the wind turbines and shit. That's right. That's the majority of like what the power issue is around the base, is I started deconstructing things for the steel, which realistically, if I had it kept in like installed, it wouldn't be as much of an issue and stuff. But yeah. Also, this kind of like stuttering shit is also why I didn't want to play before it updated, once I heard that there was an update coming and shit, because I'm like, oh god, we're going to have all sorts of issues. I don't want this save file to be corrupt, but at the same time, I'm doing what I can, for anybody that doesn't know, to prevent this repeating from the update, is losing just a fuck ton of colony wealth immediately. So I'm just trying to package everything I possibly can into transport pods, and hoping that it counts as storage but not as a stack. Because if I can get a few thousand items into a transport pod, mind you, trying to put food at the bottom of the base is not the best, but dumping it out wouldn't be worth it. But yeah, it should solve our food disappearing as much. I don't want to do the food ones down here. I'll do other stuff. The cloth though, the cloth's neither here nor there. It is still like $1 each. It's like $1.50 each. I also called in as many traders as I could previously to try to have them take stuff, which by the way we kind of got to do again technically. How are my traders feeling about me? Green's the only one that's pissed off, I guess. Alright, well, who can I... Oh, there's Labia. Can you just call in the traders for me? I want to probably call in... Yeah, purple first. Purple, I think green don't hate each other. At some point, I'm questioning if it's like my fucking computer, honestly. Mostly because like Diablo has a stroke and nothing's wrong with it. But seeing my other games do stuff, like, I can't afford shit. I can't afford fixing this shit if it breaks. That would be so horrible. Something just like fails. Mind you, it's winter, so nothing should be overheating or anything. I'll definitely know once summer hits. If there is an issue and it's my computer, I'll know when summer comes back round, because I'll get actual crashes and shit. But if it's just like the games or my internet and stuff, honestly my internet is extra crap. As per the law of just being Australian, it's just my internet is shit. I want you to go back, and I don't really want all of them in here at the same time. But a couple of bulk goods traders, somebody's got to want to have cat beds for their colony, right? I don't really want... I could call in one exotic goods trader. but not that place. I'll do a bulk goods trader with you, and we'll call in this place. No, they'd do shaman, wouldn't they? They'd buy animals and shit though. I don't think I'm gonna get... I don't like calling them all in at the one time, but we'll see how that goes. As long as 2 traders don't arrive in the same corner at the same time, we should be okay. I should be able to get them like in and out of my colony ASAP, but I mostly want to sell stuff. Sell like surplus of stuff, which by the way, I've got to put more plasteel and shit away. I have a lot of plasteel. I've got like 6,000 odd plasteel. I did a lot of mining at one point. And I guess if I've got surplus steel laying around, the only problem with steel and the plasteel is I can only store up to 300. I do think I could probably store more in there, but I also don't want to fuck with it in case that causes an issue. Plus, the other thing too is all of these can hold on to more chem fuel. And I'm making more chem fuel, so I'm good with that. Basically, I'm trying to get it that they're storing as much of everything at once as possible. I don't think I put stuff in this. I don't have surplus steel in my base. Steel is like something that I'm forever and ever trying to get, honestly. I just feel like it's like an endless necessary resource, realistically. I did... Okay, in my first colony, right, I tried to take as much steel as I could from that... Well, I tried to take all of my resources from my first colony. I built it up, and then I deconstructed it, and then I moved all of that to my second base, right? And then my second base, my second tile, got corrupt, and we had to move as an emergency, right? Which meant that I lost all of those resources, plus I just culled all of my animals because we were planning to stay there for like a year, and I had like less animals to try to move out with. I had like, you know, all this food and resources, and a lot of it got left behind. All the food got unpacked from the caravans and stuff, and when we moved in here, I could definitely say we moved in with the absolute bare bones of what we had, you know? And it was kind of shit. And all of this has been built up, but my power grid, all of this needs to have steel, right? All of that requires steel. All of my solar, all of my turrets, you know, the batteries. I keep cannibalizing my batteries because I need to like use like components and shit for stuff. At the moment, I've taken out the batteries that were in here because they're in a caravan, which by the way, is the second caravan out there yet? It's almost. If they're close enough to merge, they're close enough to go for their journey. So I don't know specifically where I'm going, but I think it's over here somewhere. So I'm going to say head towards that for now, because that will get you over that way. They'll get them moving up and around, and then I can, once I've picked where we're going to, I can customize where they're actually going to drop. But most of this journey is going to be the same up until that point. So I also want to save the caravan save too, because this is the first of the caravans going out. It actually doesn't have that many people in it, but should have an absolute fuck ton of animals. Yeah, 52 animals. I thought so. I'm like, I've stuffed a lot of stuff in there, but like we've got like packaged survival meals and all sorts of stuff in this. The other thing too is I could pack up another caravan just to fucking go sit outside with my stuff. I don't know if that would work, but I'm just trying to like, I don't know, logic through the issue. I also have like thousands of fucking animals and shit as well. Where do I play RimWorld? I either have 11k steel or none at all. It's no in between. But you guys know me. I've got like, we had all the ground penetrating scanners here that were working on stuff. And then we also had like the mining quests, because I had the far away scanners, a heap of them. and that was kind of keeping us like a good supply of steel, and we were keeping a good supply of plasteel. And then we got really low on gold, so I couldn't do prosthetics and I couldn't do bionics and stuff. So then we obviously had to go and get gold for a while, which is why we've got so much gold. And then I was really running low on wood, and some of my benches are powered by wood. So I was like, you know what I should do is when I'm out here mining, I should take extra animals and extra people, and I should cut down like all the trees on those like maps while my people are busy mining. And then we can bring home just shit ton of wood. So then I brought home, I think we got up to like 32,000 wood, and I gifted a shit ton of that to my allies that are interested in wood. And of course I like using that as like a buy power, but this map doesn't really afford me much wood because it's all on like the side of the map. My people don't want to come this far out to mine things. So yeah, instead they'll like stay in here and work on stuff. Plus I obviously have all my animals in this area. I'm looking forward to having a map where I don't have this issue. Where, like, I could have built on this. I could have built on the sand, and I realistically should have. But I have this whole section of map that I can't grow food on, and I can't pen animals or live on. And it's a waste. With a colony of this size, it is a big waste. And it has been, like, a point of crippling my colony multiple winters in a row. So, yeah. I am not looking to have, like, I was looking initially to have one that had like a water feature of sorts, because I did like that on my salvation base. But yeah, no, I need to like pick places that have got grass and almost all the map of grass. For anybody that hasn't seen the previous places, this is what my first place looked like. That was salvation. That was like site 1, and I built that up and deconstructed that completely. So there was, I think, only like the small kitchen left behind when we left, and that was made with like last moment resources just to house them to sleep for the night. But then that was location number 2. That was Quillen, and we didn't get to finish building that before the tile corrupted. We lost like basically like the ability to move around. And we also lost like all the textures of the background of the map and stuff. I'm hoping I don't lose all the background textures and stuff, because it ended up looking like Dwarf Fortress, which was hilarious because there was a good number of people that were coming in being like, I thought you were playing Dwarf Fortress. And then they'd find out it was RimWorld, and then they'd find out that I was basically still playing it like Dwarf Fortress because the amount of people and shit. And yeah, it was just so funny for ages. But like I've also taken a good like sample of my turrets have been uninstalled and taken, so I'm hoping that we don't really get attacked by anything decent for a while. Because yeah, I've got like the back end is nice and tight, but the front end is like not as protected. And it's kind of where we mostly get attacked anyway. Mind you, if I get attacked by people, I will steal them. Like, anytime the game throws people at me, I will take them. Those rooms are still a bit cold. I think the thing is I'm preventing them from having full tilt frostbite, but probably not to a point where I can actually be growing anything. So, yeah. It's 12 degrees outside. My grow room is like, was 7. Pretty sure. What the hell are my people doing down here? Are these all my planners? Yeah, I guess I've got... They have nothing else to do. They're coming down to cut wood. Holy shit, look at this. I don't see this very often. My people have so little to do that they actually come down and willingly cut wood. Wow, okay. I guess that's the other thing too, is I constantly have like these fields and stuff to be like sowing and harvesting and stuff like that. So at the moment they can't sow any of these outdoor crops. They can sow the ones that are indoors that maybe come back, and I don't think they're gonna fully like disappear inside the grow rooms. It's cold, but it's not the same outside cold. It's not gonna kill off the strawberry plants kind of cold, you know. Being so bored, you become a lumberjack. I think that's just like apocalyptic stuff. Is that a social fight with Byro? Mate. Actually, I'm not surprised that I've got all the animals in here, even though it's like already into the day. I'm guessing they're coming in to stay warm. I don't need you two to be having a fight. I'll tell you what, all the eggs are probably cooked though. They're not cooked, but like, you know, like frozen, exploded kind of cooked. Red is also one of my oldest colonists, by the way. He's been with us since like the first map. Like early days and stuff. So was Bren. Red, Bren, a couple of other people. I think Nitro was my first colonist that actually joined us and stuff. I still can't believe that they're all still alive, because there have been other people, but they have died off, you know? My god, my storage. Look at this shit. Oh my god. And it's absolutely packed. I guess I don't have any shelf space left. Okay. God, that's like one massive fire hazard. Which transport pod? Okay, that one's full of food. Once these ones get built... How are we going with this one? It's got a few more simple meals. How are we going for thousands in here? Because I'm at a constant battle of trying to reduce the pile. Like, there is a stack of 3,000 rice. Like, right there. And there is a stack of... Is that 3,000 pemmican? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to put the pemmican into one of these things too. I guess we've got to make a couple more of these. Like I said, all I plan to do is deconstruct these later. That's all I actually plan to do with them. I'm going to put them up here. I want them to be in spots where hopefully they won't get like blown up or some shit, you know? But yeah, I pretty much plan to just, after I've confirmed that the mod deep stacks is working, I kind of want to just empty out all the transport pods and let them put it back into storage. And yeah, I don't plan to use all these extra ones. They're just holding on to shit for the moment. That's going to be something fun for them to make. I want all this up here for food, the closest to food. Like I said, I can't even guarantee this is going to work, but I figure it's got to be worth a try. Should also save again. I can already... I'm just like looking at like this. If the game is already stuttering, I can see it having an issue when 1.6 actually comes out. Oh my god. I have confirmed that it isn't Streamlabs, so... But, it worries me every time. Because I'm like, is it going to crash? Is it going to corrupt the save? Stuff like that. Like, I've got, like, multiple saves for it. So it's not like if one crashes, I'd have one within, like, the same day. Give or take. Or even previously. But still. It doesn't make it any less scary to, like, see it do it. I'm seeing it, like, spike my internet more often. I'm keeping an eye on it, too. Not like any hard drive issues or anything like that. So I try and have a look at what else I've got open. You know when you've got, like, background processes open, and I'm just like, I'd love to just hit, like, all of those just close at once. I guess that's what restarting your computer's for. You know, ironically, I was going to restart my computer right before stream too. Because I'm like, after yesterday with how 7 days was doing, I was like, you know, maybe I should. Come on, computer, you can do it. It's very peaceful though. It's just a shame that it's doing it on like a night where I'm like genuinely pretty tired and stuff. So I'm like, I'm deeply concerned for my game file and my colony and what's going on with it and stuff, but I'm also really, really relaxed. And the peacefulness and the music and like, apart from the fact that it keeps stuttering, right? Ignoring that and just like the lack of drama, no raid, no nothing else happening, stuff like that, right? It's just kind of like, I don't know, sleepy. It feels like sleepy weather kind of thing, but like the game's adding to it, which is funny because when I opened it, after doing a Rim Connect night, I always find like the next time I open up RimWorld itself, it's kind of like, gives off like a small tense vibe for like a brief moment when my brain remembers what it just went through with it. Another pod is loaded. Okay, so we've got plasteel in there. Loading that one with medicine. Steel. The other thing too is I like the fact that shit in here doesn't expire. My only issue is I will have all these animals want at my food when I dump it out. And I'm thinking what I might do is have somebody temporarily leave a door open. And what I might do is I'll put a hitch down here, wherever the fuck they are, away from where food is, right? Well, I don't want to be too far away from where they can eat, but I don't want it to be anywhere near where my stuff is. So we might put one like over here. That way they shouldn't be able to get at any of my resources that are on the ground. What? Where are you going? Come back here, you. Come back here. What the fuck? Hold on, the game's doing this by itself. Take me to the world and let's see what it does out there. I think the game may have had a legit stroke. Nope, we're at... Oh. No, take me... Okay, hold on. Fuck the menu. I don't know what that was. Hey, funeral cakes. Welcome in. I'm dealing with some very interesting fucking glitches tonight with the game. I thought we'd kind of like proofed it for this the other week, but I guess not. I'm guessing my version's about to shit itself before it even like brings in the new version. Alright. There we go. It's tackling both full flushes, working happily. Yeah, so basically what it did is it kind of like threw up a, you know, do you want to wait for it to finish, what do you call it? You know when it like thinks, when it's like, oh, do you want to wait for it to finish like doing whatever it's doing? And then it went away, but then the game itself got stuck like forever scrolling upwards. And I'm like, that's not me, but that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I want to put a couple of these like just over here. I do think that they might be able to reach that though. I'll put that there instead. Okay, so I'll have 2 hitching spots and I will move the hitching spots that I've got over here. And the reason why I want to do this is because when I eventually drop all the food back out on the ground, I don't want the animals to get hitched up over this side near where the food will go out on the ground. Okay, so instead, what they'll do is hopefully be over there. And the best thing I can probably do is open up a door and then have them like think that they're all escaping, wait till they pick them all up, and then like obviously dump out all the transport pods. I think that's the best way to do it. So yeah, we'll have to see. As I said earlier, if anybody was wondering why I wasn't thrilled about a new version update, this